Let me know when you're ready, okay? Okay, so let's start, okay? So how do we use the articles? As you know, the definite article there is most used in this kind of situations. When there is only one of something, okay? For example, I would like to speak to the manager, please. Okay? And we're gonna practice from the get going, by giving some examples, okay? So please. This is kinda easy. Tell me your example, please. Adela, please, you are gonna start.
Sorry, teacher, I couldn't hear anything because I have a bad problems with the connection of the internet. So
Can
I
you?
don't know what
So well,
about reading that part. You mean?
no, no. Uh, you have to give me your example from the first use.
Uh,
When there is only one thing of something, of a group of things, we can use the article there in this case. As you can see here, I would like to speak to the manager, please. Exactly,
mm,
the manager as the only thing from this group,
okay.
from a whole group. Can you provide me
Um,
your example, please?
okay. I like to read about the animal protections. Maybe.
The animal protections. In this case, not, because we are talking about that there is only one thing of something from a group,
Oh,
from a whole thing. For example, you can say, I would like to pick up the cell phone on the table, regarding as if there were so many cell phones on the table. You pick up only one, right? And maybe you,
mm,
Camila, please.
It could be. Yesterday, the doctor told me that I have to avoid uh, dust.
Dust. It could be, yes. What about yours, my dear Ariel?
Okay, for example, um, I really need to notify this incident with the boss.
Yes, with the boss. Perfect. Nice. Next, when something is mentioned again for the second time, okay? For example, I bought a shirt and a tie, and then you mentioned again, I will wear the shirt tonight. Okay, you mentioned one more time the same object or the same person, maybe it could be. So, one more time. Adela, please, your example.
I was using my cell phone all the day, so the battery is run out. Maybe the the
You have to
phone's
mention the
battery.
same thing twice. Yes, the same thing twice, the same object twice. For example, you can say, yesterday I bought a cell phone and I'm gonna use the cell phone tomorrow. You see?
Mm,
Like that. Camila, please, yours. Thank you so much.
Mm, I feel like I'm going uh, to gym, but the gym is too far.
Can you repeat it again because I didn't hear you so well? Please.
I feel like I going to the gym, but the gym is so far.
Oh yeah, it could be. But the first time you mention something, you have to use the article a. For example, I'm going to go to a gym that is nearby my home, right? And you can say the next day, for example, the gym was very great, very good, right? For example, you mentioned
Okay.
the same thing twice. The next one, please, my dear Ariel.
Okay, I love my piano, and I think I will play the piano all my life.
Yes, that is okay. My dear Vanessa, please, yours.
I would like to travel to abroad.
Sorry, can you say that again?
I would like to travel to the abroad.
No, we don't use to the abroad. It is only to abroad, to go abroad. Yes, we don't use the article there in this case. Okay, so don't forget. Number three.
To abroad. Okay,
Yes,
thanks.
we have to omit the article in that case. Okay, when both the listener and the speaker know what is being referred to, it means that the person that you are talking to and you as well know you know what are you talking about, the object or the person or the situation, anyone. So for example, hurry up, the film there starts in 10 minutes. Okay, but only the listener and the speaker know what is the film. We don't know what is the film exactly, right? So please, Adela, your example.
Um, the the chips maybe the chips are expired, so maybe we shouldn't eat them.
Yes, it could be perfect. And next, Camila, please, yours. Thank you so much.
Keep the food warm,
Keep the full one. What do you mean?
like for avoid to cool down the food.
Oh yeah, the food. Yes, perfect. My dear Ariel, please, you go.
Okay, are you ready for the soccer match tonight?
For the soccer match, yes, because only you and the speaker know what is that match. Perfect. Vanessa, please, you go.
Mm, I can use the look at
The look at.
chase to hurry up.
In this case, not. Remember, in this case is when you and the listener and the speaker, in this case, know what is referred to, what you're talking about.
Mm,
For example, you can say,
hurry up
okay,
with hurry up and the event will go in the next week. Can be.
on next week. No, it is not. It doesn't work. For example, you can say, the book that I bought yesterday was really, really good. But only you and the person that you are talking to, only you know what is that book specifically. Okay, the reader doesn't know about it. Okay, so it is like this. Number four, when talking about a specific aspect of or part of something, for example, we're studying the history of architecture. Regarding all of only this part, I missed the beginning of the film. You see, we have to talk about only a specific or a specific part or specific aspect of something. Okay, so please, Adela, your example.
Um, I'm waiting for the new season of my favorite series.
Yes, perfect. Nice. Camila, please.
I want to buy the new stethoscope.
No, no, because it has to be a part of something, a specific part of something. of a whole thing.
Like the anatomy class, something like that.
Yes, for example.
The anatomy class is so difficult.
It's so difficult. No, in this case, for example, you can say, I am studying, for example, what is one part of anatomy, for example, of the anatomic field.
Muscles.
Yeah, for example, muscles is one part of anatomy, for example, part or field. I don't know about medical issues. Yeah,
Okay.
for example, like that. It is only a specific part or aspect of something. Okay.
Like a part of anatomy.
Yes,
I understand.
like that. Okay. Thank you so much. Ariel, please, you go.
It could be, for example, if I say I lost the batteries of my otoscope.
The battery of my.
Otoscope.
Yes, 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 yes. It's a part of that. It's a part of it. Perfect. Vanessa, please. And who else is here?
The number four, really?
Yes, number four. When talking
An
about a
unusual,
specific aspect or part of something.
an unusual food was prepared by famous chefs.
Yes, like that. Okay. Perfect. To speak, number five, to speak generally about certain groups of singular countable nouns, such as inventions and animal species. For example, the mop was invented in Spain by Noel Hello, right? Or maybe the whale is still hunted by countries such as Japan, right? Like this. It is not that difficult. So I want to hear from you your examples, please. Adela, you go. Go ahead.
The school was closed because there is a damage in the pipes.
Perfect. Nice. Camila, please.
The zoo is close to my house.
Yes, like that. Ariel, please, you go.
I didn't understand very well this rule.
Okay. Only when you are going to talk about a singular countable noun, and it could be related to inventions in animal species. Inventions. For example, the whale, the elephant, the lion, or maybe inventions like the mop, in this case, the cell phone, the print. Inventions
It
made
could
by
be,
people.
for example, mm, the
Mhm.
bottle is one of the most important. I forgot how to say inventions. One of the most
Inventions.
important inventions for carry liquids. I don't know.
Yes, for example, yes, like that. Something like that. Thank you so much. Vanessa, please, yours.
Mona Lisa picture was painted by Osvaldo
Nice.
Guaysami.
Yes, that is okay. Perfect. This is not a difficult. Number six, with adjectives in this case referring to general classes of people. For example, kinds of people, right? Like the homeless, the blind, the thief, the rich, the poor, the old, the young, the French, the Ecuadorian, the Argentinian, and so on, right? So, for instance, you can see here, not enough is being done to help the homeless, right? So please, go ahead with your examples, guys. Ayala, please, go ahead.
The teenagers are exposed to depression
Yes,
in yes,
yes,
in
like
that.
that. Perfect. The teenagers. Next, Camila, please.
The orphans will be the priority of the government.
Sorry, the what? What did you say at the very beginning?
Orphans, like
Ah, the
child,
fans?
no, like child with like
Oh,
homeless, but with child.
Oh, yeah, yeah, I got it. It's because I can hear you so well. Your voice is a little bit
Maybe
intelligent.
my internet connection.
Yes. Okay. Um, Ariel, please. Yours.
Mm, the current no the in the current time the parents abuse with the cell phones to I forgot how to say criar.
To bring up. To bring
Sorry,
up. To bring up.
their children.
Yes, to bring up their
Sorry.
children. Their children. Okay. The parents. In this case, it depends on the context, the parents, because it is not common to say the parents, only parents, without the article there. The parents. Yeah. But it works, okay? You got it, the example. This kind of use. And next, as you know, with the superlatives, with all of the superlatives, for example, the greatest, the tallest, the fastest, the smartest, and so on. And also with all the musical instruments, the piano, the guitar, the violin, the drums, and so on. With the types of transport, which have a fixed timetable, only with those ones. For example, the bus or the taxi. Okay. With some countries, for example, specifically these ones, the USA and the UK. We cannot say the Ecuador not. It is incorrect. Or for example, the Argentina, no. It is only specifically with this kind of countries. With the oceans as well, like mountain, ranges, deserts, rivers, and so on. For example, the Atlantic, the Pyrenees, the Sahara, and the Thames. And with some, also with some geographical areas. For example, we're going to go to the mountains rather than the coast. Okay, sorry, next. Let's go over the infinitive article. And an is most commonly used when in these kind of situations. When first mentioning a singular countable noun. For example, a man went into a bar with a fish. Okay, in this case, I want to hear from you. Adela, please, your example. The first mention that you mentioned, of course, a singular countable noun.
Um, a boy ate an apple in the morning.
Yeah, in the morning, or maybe after a meal. It could be
Yeah.
just as an example, right? Camila,
Uh-huh.
please.
A woman in the bar is so gorgeous, handsome.
Perfect. Yes. Ariel, please.
Um, a man fell down from his bike
On the fence, for
this
example.
morning.
Yeah, for example. hmm Vanessa, please. Thank you so much.
A horse when found in a forest.
hmm Nice. Okay, so it is clear. Number two, we're referring to any one of several things. For example, there are several things over there, and you just pick up one or refer to any of those. For example, could you pass me a biscuit, please? There are several biscuits, and you just want to pick up one, right? In that case, we use the article a. So please, Adela, your example.
Mm, I will buy a new book tomorrow.
I will back. Yes. Yes. Nice. Camila, please.
I want to eat a cupcake on my lunch in my lunch.
Okay, perfect. Ariel,
Mm, I really need a chocolate from that box.
from that, perfect. Nice. Superb. Your example, please, my dear Vanessa.
I would like to eat a bread for my lunch.
Yes, perfect. As you know, the next use is when we are talking about a person's job. any job. A scientist, a doctor, a teacher, a firefighter, nurse, and so on. Remember, always. With some numbers, for example, 100 meters, 1,000 people, £1,000,000, and so on. Okay? And we pair in expressions like twice a day, once a month, once a day, once a week, or for example, in this case, 50 miles an hour, or maybe 20 kilometers an hour, like this. Okay? So don't forget. Now, what about when we don't have to use no article, any article? In the following cases, when referring in a general sense to plural or uncountable nouns, including the abstract nouns, for example, do you think computers, we don't say the computers, not, will replace teachers? Or maybe Alan won't eat cheese, we don't say the cheese, or meat, okay? Or maybe it could be we sang songs of love and peace. We don't say the love nor the peace. Also, we don't have to say the life, only is life. Okay? So please, help me out with your examples. Adela.
Um, mm, let me think, teacher. I'm
Okay,
thinking.
maybe any one of you has an example, a proper example? Tell me, please. Don't hesitate from tell me your examples, from telling me your examples. Camila, maybe? Do you have yours?
Um, I have to say an example with no article use.
Yes, with no article in this case.
Like life is difficult, but beautiful.
So difficult like verb, perfect, like that. Okay. Remember, what is an abstract noun? An abstract noun is a noun that denotes an idea or a quality or a state rather than a concrete object. That is an abstract noun. Okay. Your example, please, my dear Ariel.
It could be, for example, how many chocolates did you eat? Did you eat? Sorry.
How many children? Yes, it could be. But in this case, we use many instead of one article. Yeah, but it works. Vanessa, please.
My friend wants buy milk or just
Yes. Do you have yours, my dear Adela?
Maybe it could be I won't drink soda pop because it contains a lot of sugar. Instead, I will drink water.
Perfect. Nice. Nice, nice. Okay, so you've got it. Number two. With most streets, towns, cities, and countries, for example, I went to Bond Street when I was in London. Okay, we don't have to use articles here. Can you help me out with yours, please, Adela? One more time.
Um, I went to Quito to a meeting, a family meeting.
Yes, it could be. Camila, please. Thank you so
Teacher, I
much.
have a question.
Tell me.
Word to is not an article? What is that?
The preposition to.
Okay, it's a preposition.
It's a
Okay.
preposition. Yes, it's a preposition like to, for, in, at, on, for. It's a preposition. Okay, so don't forget. Your example, please, Camila.
It will be San Roque is the most insecure barrio.
For example, do you know what is confidence, right? Confidence is an
Yes.
abstract noun. Confidence. Okay, for example, you can say confidence. We don't say the confidence nor a confidence, right? Confidence is one of the most powerful virtues of human beings, for example, you can say, or qualities of a person.
Okay. But in this case, I want to say something like not the time, but el barrio.
Ah, you wanted to say the place, the
The
town.
place. Yes.
Okay, but in this case, you have to say, for example, yesterday I was playing on the place. I don't remember what place did you say.
I say San Roque, but with the unsecure part of the town.
Oh, regarding that is insecure, the adverb.
Insecure.
All right.
Insecure.
Yes,
Sorry.
okay. That's it. Vanessa, please, yours.
I walked on Bolivar Street when I went to Tulcan.
Perfect. Nice. Just like that. Okay. When number three, when a town's name is just with a building, for example, Luton Airport, Oxford University, and so on. Okay, so don't forget, in this kind of places, we don't use articles. Number four, the last one. In many common expressions, for example, to go home, we don't say to go to home, as we used to say in Spanish, right? No, to be at home, not to be at the home. To go to or to be at work, not to the work, nor to school as well, to be at a school. We don't say at the school, not. That is incorrect. At university, we don't say at the university. To be in the hospital, we don't say in the hospital. In church, we don't say in the church. In bed as well, we don't say in the bed. And in prison, we don't say in the prison. To go by car, to go by bus, to go by maybe coach, train, plane, to go on holiday, to have breakfast. We don't say to have the breakfast, nor the lunch, ignore the dinner at night. Okay, we don't say at the night, ignore in the night. That is incorrect. It's at night. Okay, so don't forget. So we're gonna practice. I don't know if you have in your notebook, sorry, in your student's book, this exercise. Let me see. Okay, let me look for it. I think it's over here. Okay, we're gonna practice on this exercise, okay? The next page. We have to decide what is the proper article, the suitable article for each gap, okay? To fill in the blanks. Number one, every that you can say the article a and the article da, or maybe no article. It depends on the sentence, okay? So number one, what do you think is the right answer? What article?
Maybe an.
And yes, an electric toaster, perfect, was invented at, we have end of,
The.
at the end, perfect, at the end of 19th century.
A.
The,
B.
The 19th century. The 19th century. But consumers didn't show.
The consumers.
The consumers? Do you think it's correct? Not. In this case, we don't use articles. No article here,
Oh,
okay?
wait.
Consumers. It didn't show interest in it until much later.
I guess equal gap blank.
In this case, it could be in blank or maybe an interest. An interest, or maybe no article. Both options are possible. Number two, when we're on holiday. As I told you, in here no article, right? On holiday in mountains. Last week we saw bear.
The mountains,
The mountains in this case. Last week we saw
a beer.
a bear. Perfect. Number three, she works as teacher in
As
Plan?
a teacher,
As a teacher
the school,
in a school.
as
Okay, in a school. Before we have blind in blind. That is a clue. Classes of people, kinds of people.
The blind?
The blind, perfect. In Northern Ireland.
The northern people?
Do you remember when we are talking about a specific country, aside from the UK and the USA, we don't have to use articles. So in this case, no article. Northern Ireland, just like that. We have school has over 1,000 pupils. Do you think it's a school
a
or
thousand.
the school?
The
The school,
The school, perfect. The school has over a
a
thousand, yes, 1,000 pupils. I have to say that life has been good to me.
with no article,
With no article, perfect. Because we don't have to say the life as we used to say in Spanish, not only life has been good to me. I've been happily married for over 50 years. What do you think? It's the article a, the article
Blank?
the, or no article? In this case, it's no article. 50 years, just like that. And I have a wonderful family.
wonderful.
A wonderful family, perfect. My wife and I were lucky enough to be able to give up work in our 50s. In this case, no article. Give up work. We don't have to say we give up a work nor the work, only work. In our 50s, and we have spent the last 30 years traveling to different countries.
The last,
The last, perfect. The last 30 years traveling to
No article?
no article, perfect. We have been all over the world. Okay, all over the world. Number 5. I'm looking forward to concert.
a concert.
The concert. You got tickets, haven't you?
The tickets.
You've got the tickets, perfect. Next. Oh no, I left them at home on a kitchen table.
No article.
No article, the first one and the second one.
A kitchen
The
table.
kitchen table, perfect. Don't worry though, I will get taxi. I will
A
get
Taxi?
taxi.
a taxi and I can be there and back in half
An hour?
an hour, perfect. An hour. Nice. Okay. In this case, we have to match every single paragraph to one of the inventions from the box. Okay, we have compass, microwave, over, radar, space, blanket, video, and Walkman. So please, who wants to help me out reading the first paragraph? Or do you want for me to choose any of you? So I'm gonna pick up Ariel, please. Help me out.
Just to read?
Yes,
Oh,
only read.
okay. This invention completely changed the lives, sorry, of the music lovers around the world. At first, Sony
Executives.
executives thought the idea of people walking around with headphones on their heads would not be a success, but devices creator Akio Morita always knew that the portable devices smaller than a paperback book would be popular. So,
Popular. Don't worry. Popular. Nice. So what do you think this paragraph corresponds to? To what invention? The compass, the microwave, the oven, the radar, the space blanket, the video, or the Walkman?
Roman?
Yeah,
Good
the
man.
Walkman. Perfect. The Walkman. Okay, number one. Number two, please. Help me out reading. Vanessa. This device was probably
Okay, this device was probably a most important navigation instrument to be invented in the last millennium. Originally, sailors used position of the sun and the North Star to guide them, but clouds often caused them to lose their way. This invention made possible the exploration of distant lands, including America, one of the most significant events in the history.
in history. Perfect. So, what do you think is this invention corresponds to?
Radar.
Do you think so?
Compass.
The compass. Perfect. The compass. Next, please, my dear Camila. Number three. This is made from
This is made from a material called
coal.
Miller. Called Miller,
Yes.
a type of the plastic covered with a microscopically thin film of metal. It is used, for example, for exhausted marathon runners or for keeping the mountaineers warm. The material existed in the 1950s, but its production became much more sophisticated as a result of the man's effort to land on the moon in the following
Decade.
decade.
Yes. Perfect. So, what do you
It
think
could be
this
a space
invention?
blanket. Blink.
Space blanket. Do you think? Yes, that is space blanket. Next, number four, please. Who's missing? Adela, please. The first machines.
The first machines were built in the 50s, but for many years it cost limited its use to televisions and films industry. By early 80s, much cheaper versions were introduced and became nearly as common as television sets. It was first device to enable
Mm-hmm.
viewers to watch their favorite programs whenever they choose and as often as they liked.
Say like perfect. So, what do you think is this invention corresponds to?
Video?
Video. Perfect. Video. Number five, please, my dear Vanessa. Right. One more time.
Number five. The name of this invention comes from the phrase I'm sorry, my son
Okay.
is
Okay. Don't worry. I'm
shut
gonna read it.
up.
Okay. I'm gonna read it. The name of
Teacher,
this invention comes from. Sorry.
sorry, I
You're back.
right. Yes, I arrived.
Okay. Just
I could
because
read.
you told me that you weren't able to answer, right? But you're back. Okay. So please go ahead. Number five.
Well, the name of this invention comes from the phrase radio detection and ranking, and is used to detect the presence of objects and calculate their distance, as well as their size, shape, and speed. Although originally developed as an instrument of the war. It is now used for controlling the air traffic and predicting the weather.
The weather.
In addition,
Yes.
it has important application in an
Astronomical
astronomical research.
astronomical research. Okay. The only one word that was mispronounced was although. Although. Don't forget. Although. Yes. Okay. So what do you think
Thank you.
this invention corresponds to?
Um, Sorry, could you up? I can.
Okay. There you are. Space
Is the
blanket is
radar?
done. Radar. Perfect. The radar. And the last one, please, my dear Camila. No well equipped.
No equipped kitchen will be complete without these applicants. appliance.
Appliance.
Appliance. The first domestic version made its appearance in 1950s, 55.
Yes,
It
1955.
was big,
Bulk.
bulky,
Okay. Mhm.
and at over $1,000, it was not an immediately successful. It was only in 1967 when the countertop model became widely available that it began to grow in the popularity.
Yes, available. Number six is what?
Microwave.
The microwave. Perfect. All right. So I guess that there are no more. Yes. Okay. So let's go back to page number 41, please, or 42, I guess it was. Yeah, 42. No, 41, please. Yeah, we have to complete the gaps of this part with the suitable article. Maybe or no article. It depends on the case. Number one. Let me sum it up. Sum it in. Since the beginning of the last century, there have enormous changes in the way people live. Number one. What do you think?
The word?
In the way people live. Do you think it could be the people live or no article?
No article.
No article. Perfect. No article. Number two. The world, of course, the world has become a much smaller place and life is much faster.
No article.
No article. Perfect. In the first half of the 20th century, number four. Do you think it's a horse or the horse? Was
A horse?
A
The
horse.
horse,
a
the horse,
horse the horse? Regarding talking about in general of horses, okay? So the horse was greatly replaced by motor
The
car.
motor.
Yes, the motor car as most popular form of transport.
The
The
The most perfect, the most superlative. 100 years ago, air travel was still in its infancy. Now there are around 100, 100, sorry, thousand commercial flights worldwide. They worldwide.
a day?
A day worldwide. Perfect. In the forest, on the in the forest, number 8, steam trains were still a common sight on the world's railways.
steam trains.
Do you think it's the steam trains or maybe no article?
What is the meaning of steam trains?
Trenes a vapor.
No
No
article.
art-
No article. Perfect. No article. They have now all but disappeared from mainline routes. In several countries, electric powered high speed trains can be seen racing across countryside. Number 9.
Maybe the countryside. Oh, with no
The, the
article.
countryside, perfect. The countryside at around 300 kilometers hour. An hour.
ah,
An hour.
oh,
Perfect. Yes. 11. And information travels faster too, thanks to developments in information technology.
The information.
Do you think that, Camila? The information or maybe no article?
Maybe no article.
No article. Yes, no article. Information in general. Having your own computer home, at home,
No article?
no article. Perfect. Was almost unheard of in 1970. But just 40 years later, in 1810, in 2010, sorry, there were over
A billion.
billion.
a billion personal computers in use worldwide. Now, however, smartphones have taken over as the world's favorite computing device. Number 14.
The
The
telephone.
telephone.
The telephone. Yes, the telephone. And number 15, please. Population would own mobile device that could do everything a telephone can.
Nordicom.
No, in this case, it's a mobile device. A mobile device that could do everything a telephone can and much more besides. That is. Okay, so please, my dear students, remind me if I showed you how to write an essay or not yet. Because as far as I remember, yes.
Yes.
Okay, so, okay, thank you so much. It was a little bit confused. So your homework is going to write an essay. Yes. And the topic is, has technology made a positive contribution to sport today? And you have to write about the use of technology to improve performance, the use of technology in referring decisions, and also your own idea. Okay. Remember that you have to write between using 140 and 190 words. Okay. In this part, we have model answer of this task. Has technology made a positive contribution to sport today? I would like you to help me out reading one more time, paragraph by paragraph, this essays in order to analyze it. So please help me out reading the first paragraph, my dear Paulo. Some people feel,
Some people feel that technology has helped to improve our enjoyment of sport and they approve of its use. Others, however, believe it has a negative effect and would prefer to see its, its influence limited.
okay, the next paragraph, please, my dear Adela.
On the positive side, the use of technology in football to decide if a goal has been scored or not, or in tennis to judge whether the ball is in or out, clearly helps to make the games fairer. Communication between sports officials via microphones also improves the quality of their decisions. Another positive influence of technology is its role in increasing safety for competitions.
Competitors.
Modern he- competitors, sorry.
Yes, okay.
Modern helms design in cycling is an example of this.
Of this, perfect. The next paragraph, my dear Camila. On the negative side,
On the negative side, the use of technology to improve performance can give some sport people an unfair advantage over others. For this reason, full late swimsuits and so-called superbikes have now both been banned from
banned.
some swimming and cycling competitions.
Okay,
In
that article, that word is banned. Banned in cold. Don't
conclusion,
forget, my dear Camila, okay? Thank you so much. Ariel, please, the last paragraph, the conclusion.
In conclusion, I think that as long as sporting achievement remains the result of human effort rather than scientific advance, the contribution of technology will always be positive.
Okay, there you are. And as you can see here, the third note in the task says that you have to write your own idea. So in this case, what is the writer's own idea in the model answer? For example, the first one is the use of technology to improve performance. That is the first paragraph about this one, as you can see here, up to example of this, up to here. Then the second idea is the use of technology in referring decisions. That is on the negative side. And what is the writer's own idea? What is it about?
The part that say for this reason,
Yeah, for the, but what is it about? What is the topic of the writer's idea?
that technology will always be positive.
Yeah, it's something like that. the idea of the writer is the safety aspects. As you can see here, safety for competitors. Okay, that is. Next, model answer is Valente says, okay, the purpose of every single paragraph, you know. Okay, as you can see here, there are some phrases that are underlined. We have to classify it in this short chart according to every single statement. For introducing one side of the argument, we use some people. Okay, as you can see here, some people in the introduction. For introducing the other side of the argument, what is the phrase that the writers use?
On the negative side, or maybe others, however, believe.
Yes, others, maybe however, believe on the negative side, or maybe on the other hand. For making additional points, what are the phrases?
Another positive influence.
Perfect, another positive influence as well. It could be in addition to. Furthermore, moreover, as well, you can use as well. You can say firstly, secondly, finally, this kind of phrases. For introducing a result, what phrases does the writer use?
For the reason,
For this
as
reason,
result,
as a result, or maybe consequently as well. And finally, for concluding, for closing the paragraph, the essay. It's in conclusion, of course, is the only one, but also you can say on balance, all in all, or to sum up as well. Phrases like this. Remember that is so important in the essay. First of all, you have to write very formal, in a formal style. On every single paragraph, you have to use connectors or maybe linking phrases, like on the one side, on the other side, on the other hand, one positive aspect is, or one negative side is, all in all, in conclusion, and this kind of phrases, okay? So don't forget, your homework is going to be this essay. We continue. Okay, language for comparisons. In this part, we have these words, and we have to fill in the blanks with these words. It is not necessary that we use all of them. So please, number one, Max has changed since our days at school together. The older he gets, more sociable he seems to be. What do you think is the proper word here? We have by, in, less, little, lot, many, more, most, much, nearly, of, so, such, the, and to.
Much more.
Uh, I guess that you forgot it, what we learned on Thursday. Do you remember this expression? The older he gets, the more sociable he seems to be. Okay? The more. Next, he was never the confident boy, the glass.
The most
The most confident boy in the class. Okay? In the class, number three. And he didn't have as friends as he probably would like to have had. Number four.
Many.
nearly.
As many, perfect, as many friends as he probably would like to have had. But he is less reserved now. What is the word that we use to emphasize with less? That collocates with
Nearly.
much less. Okay, much less in this case. It's much less reserved now and not as nervous. It means that he is not nearly, in this case, nearly as nervous as he used to be in the past. Physically, he is different as well. He is quite a larger than he used to be in not number 7. He is quite
Less large.
Less.
a lot. I don't know if you said it. Yes, that was the correct answer. He is quite a lot larger than he used to be. And not number 8. They have pale and sickly looking. So pale and sickly looking. Okay. In those days, he was number 9, far the thinnest of my friends.
Too far?
Not too far. Do you remember this expression that we used to say in Spanish? Por lejos. By far.
By far?
By far, perfect. By far the thinnest of my friends. But he is putting a bit of weight and he looks delicate now.
Such?
He looks less delicate now. Less. Okay? Don't forget. Is there anyone that you didn't understand why? Let me know, please. Don't call back from letting me know, please. Tell me. Is there anyone that you didn't understand why? No?
I don't understand why we use much less
In what case? Much less. Because,
in
do you
number.
remember? Because we just only, for example, many less, it is not. Many with countable nouns and much with uncountable nouns. For example, in this case, it's an adjective, it is uncountable, reserved. Much less. Mucho menos. Mucho menos. Reservado ahora. Okay? That is why.
And in that case, we couldn't use lesser.
Lesser. No, that is not appropriate. It is grammatically incorrect. We have to say much less.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay? Any other? Let me know, please. Don't hesitate from telling me. No? Okay.
About nearly.
Sorry?
About nearly. Don't you remember the grammar when
Nearly.
we use the nearly? Yes.
Okay, what was the part nearly? Okay, it's less reserved and not nearly as nervous. In Spanish, we can say ni cerca de nervioso. Nearly as. Ni cerca o ni
Mm,
tan cerca, it could be the proper translation, okay? That is why. Nearly as. For example, you are not. Okay, please, we're back. Okay, we were talking about not nearly as, for example, right? I was telling you that this phrase is used to indicate that something is almost, but not quite, but not equal to another in quantity, or maybe in quality or degree. Okay? Often it highlights like kind of a slight negative difference. And that is the case. He is not nearly as nervous as he used to be. Okay? That is why. Let me see this part. Okay. In all of the sentence within them, there is one mistake regarding the use of articles. You have to figure it out. What are the mistakes, and you have to change the sentence or delete the article, or maybe to add an article. And the first two have been done for us as an example. You can see it is always a good idea to introduce changes into our lives. Or maybe the second one says some people feel change is positive and enjoy doing things in the different, not in the different ways. Others, whoever prefer. Okay, number four. Can you find out? Can you realize where is the mistake and on the sentence number four? It says one advantage of altering the way you do things is that it gives you the chance to make improvements. So number four, what do you think? What do you think is a mistake?
Altering the way.
Yes, altering the way you do things. Perfect. Number five, make make improvements and become better students, employee or person. What is the mistake on the sentence number five?
Become
The bed.
Become a better student. Become a better student, employee or person. It enables you to consider different approaches and decide which is a best one. My gosh, this is a very terrible mistake. The best one. Which is the best one, okay? Another positive aspect of change is that it adds variety to the life and prevents you from becoming bored. So where is the mistake in the sentence number seven?
to life without that.
Yes, without the article there. Perfect. Number eight. This also helps you make you the more dynamic and interesting. Where is the mistake here? This also helps you make. Sorry, this also helps to make you.
Without the.
Yes, without the. It's only to make you more dynamic and interesting. Number nine. On a negative side, change can be stressful if you constantly have to get used to new situations. It's on the negative side. Okay. Number 10. Like moving house or switching jobs. For this reason, the many people like to say, where is the mistake?
Just many people without
Yes,
their
just many people like to stay in same place all the time, preferring familiarity to uncertainty. Where is the mistake? 11. Number 11.
The same place.
In the same place, perfect. In the same place. In the conclusion, I think it is easier and more beneficial to introduce changes into your life. What is the mistake on exercise number sentence number 12?
Without the.
Without that, in conclusion, number 9. Into your life when you are young and more flexible. Older you are, the more effort it takes. 13. Where is the mistake?
The older you are, the more
Perfect.
of
The
effort it
older
takes.
you are. Nice. Thank you, my dear. The older you are, the more effort it takes to do things differently, and the more you want predictably. What is the mistake on exercise number 14? There is one mistake here. Do you remember this expression? The more of an effort it takes. It's the more of an effort. That is the fixed expression. To make more of an effort. So don't forget. Now it's time to work on this grammar part, the keyword transformation. We have to put into practice what all of the vocabulary and the grammar patterns that we have learned so far. So, number one, the new version of this phone isn't nearly as big as I thought it would be. So we have to use as the keyword match. So the new version of this phone, I thought it would be. So please think of the answer. Remember that you have to use only between 2 and 5 words. Not less, no more than that. So please think of the answer.
The new version of this phone is much smallest
Smaller. Perfect.
or smaller.
Smaller than I thought it would be. Perfect. Is much more smaller. It's much smaller. Just than that. Okay, just like that. Number two. This is easily the most boring game I have downloaded recently. So we have to use enjoyable. So this is by, you know this phrase. This is by far,
Or
yes, this is by far, game I have downloaded recently. But what is the whole answer?
By far the less enjoyable game.
Perfect, my dear, perfect. It is by far the least enjoyable game I have downloaded recently. Nice. Next, there are fewer teachers in my school than there were last year. So, there, we have to use not teachers in my school as there were last year. So, what do you think is the answer?
There are not a lot of teachers.
Almost there, my dear Vanessa. But it is not. There are not as many teachers in my school as there were last year. Why many? Because many teachers is accountable now. That is why we have to use many. Okay? There are not as many teachers in my school as there were last year. Number four, if you work harder now, you won't have to do so much later. So the harder, we have to use the article there, you'll have to do later. You know this grammar structure. The harder you work, right? What happens next? The harder you work, but don't forget to use now. The harder you work now, then what is the next part of the answer?
The less?
less
Yes,
work.
the less. Perfect. The harder you work, the less you will have to do later. Nice. You are doing great. Number five. Lucy is as tall as her mother. It means that she is the same age as her mother, right? So Lucy is what? Lucy
Installer
is the same age as her mother. The same height as her mother. That's it. In number six, technology has had a bigger effect on our lives than we could ever have imagined. We have as the keyword more. So technology has, I'm gonna give you a clue. This phrase is within the group of these ones that was make more of an effort, pose a threat. Do you remember? So technology has what? Another clue is that you have to use the present perfect here. Think of the answer, please. Do you give up? Or maybe do you have an idea? My dear Adela, please, do you have an idea? Mm, what could be the answer?
No, teacher, I don't have any clue.
Maybe anyone? No? Okay, I'm gonna tell you. Technology has made more of a difference. Has made more of a difference. Remember that is a collocation make a difference. In this case, has made more of a difference to our lives than we could ever have imagined. Okay, so let's continue to the next part. I don't know it has been done, yeah, but we are going to analyze it. As you can see here, we have early, right, which is earliest in this case. One of the earliest and longest lasting online literary projects his life aims was. Okay, number two was inventor of the ebook. Number three, research, military researchers. Okay, the people who carry out research. Number four, existence, equipped, equipment. Number six, collection. Number seven, assistant. And number eight, responsible and responsibilities. That's it. All right. So let's jump right into the next part. That is the unit 4. We're gonna get finished this lesson by practicing a little bit of speaking. So let me see. I'm gonna pick up one of you. Ariel, please tell me, do you prefer watching films at home or in the cinema? But this time I want you to organize better your ideas and your thoughts. Okay? Try to use a wide range of vocabulary. Try to use like connectors, like however, linking words, adverbs, and so on. Okay? So please go ahead. Do you prefer watching films at home or in the cinema?
It's a tricky question because it depends the situation. I consider that I forgot how to say the new movies, the estreno.
Ah,
uh,
the new movies that have been released.
yes, but I forgot the word to say
Yes.
in okay. New movies being released, and especially if are a big production movie, I consider it's better to see it in the cinema. Besides that, you will get a lot of food, and I think it's it's something that I found of uh,
Do you
more than
don't you care about spending money on watching a movie on the cinema because you can watch a movie as well in
yes,
the
that's the
comfort
other,
of your.
and that's on the other hand,
Oh yeah.
because if I want to see another movie or the majority of movies, to me it's better to watch films at home. Mm, yeah, that.
Okay, don't worry. Thank you so much. Number two, please. Adela, what TV series have you enjoyed watching recently? Sorry.
Well, I could say that the last series that I watched was Stranger Things
Oh, really?
because was really interesting and funny, but I didn't enjoy the end or the
Okay.
final.
Can you tell me a little bit about this TV series? What is the plot of this series?
It is about a town where some kids are playing and then are finding out that something different happened, like other dimensions and kind of secret secret experiments with kids and their mind abilities to do some kind of weird things. And yeah, maybe that some explanation about physics and portals and that things.
Okay, thank you so much. My dear Camila, please. When was the last time that you wrote a story? It could be either a letter, a poem, or something like that.
Um, well, the
Or
last
don't you like to write stories?
I like to write, but not essentially the stories. Maybe I like only write. Um, the last time I wrote a story was when I was on the school. The teacher told me that told us that we have
Yes.
to tell us that we have to write a story about a mystery.
And what
Um,
was that story about?
was about a man who is lost on a cemetery,
On a graveyard.
on a graveyard.
Yes.
They found I don't know how to say tumba.
A grave.
grave,
A
grave,
grave? Yes.
a grave, and in the grave there was a her his name on the grave,
Okay.
and was like a prediction of the future
Oh, really?
that he
Interesting.
will.
It was for homework, as a homework, as a homework.
Yes, it was because we are a study about mystery and terrify story. I don't know.
Terrifying stories.
Yes,
All right. Perfect.
like legends. No sé.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much, my dear Camila. Paulo, please tell us a little bit about a day that you have enjoyed recently, lately.
Mm, well, could be the last week
Okay.
because I went a restaurant with my girl, and we don't enjoy it, the food,
You didn't
but
enjoy the menu.
sorry.
You didn't enjoy the menu, the food in that place, in that restaurant.
Yes,
Why?
yes, because um, um, how I can say the verde, yeah, ¿cuál diría?
Sorry, the what?
The el verde, o sea, el verde.
Oh,
I eat,
in Spanish we have to say the same because that this kind of words we cannot translate into English because those are typical like slangs from the coast region, I guess, right?
well, okay.
Okay,
The verde was burnt,
right.
and that's the sagrada. Uh, the
The taste it
I
was a
don't
little bit
this,
frozen.
yes, I don't like
Okay,
that.
all right.
And but the next day I went to another restaurant that cook a girl, a woman that is from Esmeraldas, and I like that with my girl because we enjoy the food. We drink some beers. Well,
Mm-hmm.
for a a compliment to moment,
Yes.
and I enjoy that. Pass with my girl and enjoy a good food.
Okay, thank you so much, my dear Paulo. And finally, Vanessa, please. Can you describe us a time when something went wrong? Situation that went wrong to you.
No meta las manos. When I remember that I had a time when something went wrong was during my school classes.
Mm-hmm.
I had prepared my classes of the degree, but when I was to my classes with the students, and after that, my principal called me the attention in front of the other teacher, because the students have conflicts
Okay.
about me and the other teacher. And so I feel angry because the students didn't interested in classes, didn't do the homework. Only they want to play out of the high school. I decided to explain my ideas about them. However, the principal cut my conversation and my
All right.
explanation. For that reason, I I went to students and talk about of the different classes of the teachers and how is the way that they want to explain. And only they say that tend to have I enjoy class, but the problem not is with me, is about of the other teacher.
Okay. So don't forget to
Mm.
say to have an enjoyable class. That's that's all. Okay. Don't forget. Thank you so much, my dear. Okay, so I'm gonna finish this lesson by practicing these three words. Do you know what is the difference between terrible, terrific, and terrifying? I would like you to tell me if you know. Terrible, you know that is something that is terrible, of course, right?
Horrible.
But what about terrific? Have you ever heard about this word?
No.
Terrific means fantastic, amazing, great. Okay? For example, I can say, um, you guys are doing a terrific job. Okay? It doesn't mean that it is you are doing a terrible job, right? So terrific means amazing, fantastic, great. Okay? But what about terrifying?
Scary.
Yes, it's scary. Something that is scary. Perfect. Okay, so you have to help me out filling these words into these gaps. Number one, I am not surprised it won an Oscar because it was a terrible,
Terrific.
terrific film. Perfect. A terrific film. Number two, absolutely terrible or terrifying. I have never seen so frightened in all my life.
Terrifying?
Absolutely terrifying, yes. And the last one, I think it's terrible. Because probably the worst film I have seen all year. The plot was non existing and the acting was terrible. Yes. Okay, terrible. And I guess the time is over. Yeah. Okay. So let me see. As a homework, Oh no, but you have to write the essay, right? Yeah, yes, okay. So for today, I am not going to send you homework. No, yeah. Only don't forget to write the essay that you have on page number, I guess it was 42, right? Let me see. Yeah, this one is your task, your homework, okay? Only this part. Remember, you have to write about the use of technology to improve performance. That is one paragraph. The use of technology in refereeing decisions is another paragraph. And then another paragraph with your own idea. All right? So please, my dear students, turn on your camera because I have to take today's attendance screenshots just for a while. So please turn on your cameras. All right, thank you so much.